Someone is trying to make you believe the Illuminati themselves have returned to Rome.
Because only the government and the Illuminati have access to Antarctica.
By the way, the Illuminati is real.
The Illuminati is one of the world's most well-known secret societies. Most people believe that they still operate today under various names, groups, and organizations. But is this truth or just a conspiracy theory? In this End Times Productions special report, we will show you some very strange photographs from the infamous 1972 Rothschild ball held outside Paris, France, and let you decide if this is actual evidence of Illuminati activity or just some rich people playing dress-up.
Rothschild, do tell me how it feels to be the richest man in the world.
One has to be very clever to make a fortune these days.
Perhaps, but far more clever to keep it.
The pictures you're about to see are from the December 12th, 1972 infamous Rothschild party held by Baroness Marie Helene de Rothschild. She organized this, quote, surrealist-themed ball for an intriguing mix of politicians, bankers, artists, and celebrities at the Château de Ferrières, one of the Rothschild chateaux located about 15 miles outside of Paris, France. The invitations read, quote, black tie, long dresses, surrealist heads, and were written backward. According to ancient occult rituals, the transposition of letters indicates the presence of the demonic. As the guests arrived, a series of floodlights were activated, making the chateau appear as if it was on fire. Servants were dressed as cats and lined up along the main staircase. Guests were greeted with a maze of cobwebs, and helpful cats were guiding lost guests to their tables. Dinner plates were covered in fur. The dining tables were covered with plastic baby dolls and taxidermied turtles. The menu included sirloin, soup described as extra lucid, as well as goat's cheese roasted in post-coital sadness. For dessert, a nude woman made entirely of sugar laid on beds of roses. This, however, is where things start to get even more bizarre. Famous painter Salvador Dali, who was in attendance, designed some of the costumes, but didn't wear one himself for some reason. Marie Helene Rothschild wore a giant stag's head adorned with real diamonds. Unfortunately, the events that transpired behind those walls and in the surrounding forest of the chateau that fateful night remain a mystery to this very day.
That's a mystery.
The website allthingsinteresting.com had this to say about the event. Quote, some claim that the ball was full of Freemason and Illuminati imagery, such as the chateau's black and white checkered floors. It's actually true that checkered floors are symbolic of the Freemasons, but the order traces this symbol back to ancient Egypt, where it represented the good and evil duality of life. As for the maze that greeted arriving guests, it's thought to symbolize life's quest for wholeness and a return to our divine source.
The ancient religion of Babylon, they all have one thing in common: the sacred feminine. The sacred feminine. The sacred feminine. Ishtar the Babylonians, Tyre the Buddhism, Fatima of Muhammad, Sophia the Gnostics, Shekinah to the Kabbalist Jew, Mary to the Catholic, and Shakti to the Hindu. These all have one thing in common: the sacred feminine. And the sacred feminine is going to take you back to the source of light, because the light that resides in that place that Plato talked about, you need a path to get back to that light. Listen, this is important. She is the one to take you to that light. Now, I'm going to give you a guess. Tell me this morning, who do you think that light is? You remember what this subject's all about? Lucifer. He's the light bearer.
That's what this is, you know. Satanic black magic. Sick shit.
Others have pointed to the disturbing dolls that decorated the tables as a nod to human sacrifice. But there is no evidence to back these claims. It's no coincidence, however, that actress Marisa Berenson, who attended the dinner, would later be cast in Stanley Kubrick's Barry Lyndon. Nor is it happenstance that the director filmed his own masked ball at the Rothschilds' Mentmore Towers property in Buckinghamshire for his final film Eyes Wide Shut, which contains eerie echoes of the 1972 ball. End quote. These pictures actually look quite similar to ones I've seen more recently. They involve spirit cooking and a woman who I'm not allowed to mention. I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about. Put her name in the comments for someone who might not be aware. Now, it's clear that something very strange happened that night, but unless some whistleblower comes forward or some other piece of evidence is found, it seems we are left to wander the halls of our imagination, looking for connections that may or may not exist. But what do you think about these photos? Is this a real Illuminati ball? Please leave a comment below with your thoughts on this. I'm curious to hear what you think. I want to thank everyone for watching this video, and until next time, God bless you all.